slams. The grey hair of Johann's grandmother appears above the wooden boards. "Let's drive for a bit first, then." Jack accelerates and turns into Langleiken and then along Smegata. There he pulls the lighter from his pocket. They set a course north. People are getting up. Windows open and young kids slowly emerge from house entrances. Most of the conversation is a monologue from Jack. His helper is quiet, but Jack knows Johann will thaw eventually. Jack is in a good mood. There isn't a cloud in the sky. The sun will warm the day. Soon they are out of town and passing farmsteads. Apple trees in the gardens are in blossom, and lilacs are coming into leaf. They drive past cows lying majestically in the fields, chewing the cud, paying no attention to either them or nearby insects. They pass Grorud and the quarries. Jack likes to sing, and he breaks into a song he knows Johann is fond of. Johann smiles and taps his foot on the floor to the beat. "I should have brought my accordion," Jack says. "You couldn't have driven then," Johann says. "You're dead right there." They pull in by Sviver General Store, where a lean shopkeeper with a white beard stands waiting on the front step, his back bent, thick woolen socks in black clogs. Jack tells Johann he can stay in the lorry. "This man doesn't want much." With that, he jumps out, unties the tarpaulin, and unloads a couple of metal liquor cans, which he carries down into the cellar through the door at the back of the house. Then he settles up. Afterwards, he ties the tarpaulin back, and they drive on. The trip takes them over Yellowrosen Mountain to Lunna and Hardeland. Next stop is Grindvoll General Store. There is less life here. Jack has to walk down the side of the shop and bang on the window. At length, the shopkeeper appears on the front step. An overweight man with a walrus moustache and bushy eyebrows, braces hanging down, and a serviette round his neck, like a bib. He doesn't take to having his Sunday breakfast disturbed, which he makes abundantly clear before unlocking the shop door. The two of them carry the cans up the steps and inside. Slippers shuffle as the shopkeeper staggers over to the cellar trap-door and bends down, stiff-kneed. His balls are outlined in the crotch of his trousers as he leans over, grabs the ring, and lifts the trap-door. Jack steps onto the ladder and carries the cans down into the cellar. Johann hesitates. "Aren't you going to carry anything?" the shopkeeper asks. Jack is on his way up again. "Johann doesn't like the dark." "Are you afraid of the dark?" The shopkeeper still has a brusque tone. Jack is annoyed. "Are you hard of hearing? Johann doesn't like the dark. It isn't a phobia." Johann turns and walks out. Jack removes the cork from the last can and tips it up to pour some into the cup the shopkeeper passes him. The fat face above the bib slurps the liquor. Jack sets down the can and holds out a hand. The shopkeeper gives a contented nod before opening the cash till and taking out the banknotes. Jack counts carefully, then stuffs the money into his wallet, making his way to the lorry while motioning to Johann, who clambers into the cab. They continue northward. Johann eats his packed lunch, hard-boiled eggs and sliced bread. Jack asks him who made it. "Was it Gran or Amalia?" Johann concentrates before answering. "Amalia did it yesterday," he says, and takes a smaller packed lunch from the box. "For you, Jack." "For me?" Johann nods. "From Amalia." "You're lucky, Johann, to have a sister like Amalia, but I'll eat it later." It is afternoon, and the tarpaulin over the back of the lorry is lower now, as they drive along the western side of Lake Mjøsa and see the farmhouse and long barns reflected in the pale blue water. Jack is on his home ground. A little later, he pulls into the area in front of Hans's general store. The shop is a white Swiss-style chalet with a single petrol pump.